Hi, I'm Jan Foreman. Welcome to Daily Hope. Today's verse is found in James 1:27. Religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. How can we tell if our faith in Jesus is real? What does it look like to authentically follow him? James can answer this question because he was the half-brother of Jesus. He was also the leader of the Jerusalem church where it all began. This was a poor and persecuted church, and they lived their faith at the epicenter of religious Judaism, steeped in rituals and rules. So James uses the word religion to describe our practices, what we do about what we believe. James' letter is about putting our faith into action. It's not that we earn God's favor, but how do we live out Christ in us? In today's verse, James focuses on two actions: compassionate care for the poor and most vulnerable, orphans and widows, and moral purity, not being shaped by this world. We can imagine that early church in Jerusalem caring for those who are suffering economically and physically. So James is calling on the larger family of God for help. Earlier in this letter, he calls on the rich to be humble and realize their riches will vanish like wildflowers. And then later, he writes, suppose a brother or sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? I like James' reference to God our Father in today's verse. God is our good Father who wants us to join him in caring for his children. And if I'm truly walking with my Father in heaven, I will want to care for his family on earth. James also includes a holy lifestyle and tells us to not be polluted by the world, which is a broad phrase for living under the influence of this world's ideology. We can unpack what that means by James' other words in this book. He warns in verse 14 that each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. And then in verse 21, he tells us to get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent. My lifestyle reveals what I truly believe. If I'm walking with Jesus, I will want to look more like him and not this selfish world around me. So how can I know if I'm truly following Jesus? James puts his finger on two telling areas: my compassionate generosity and the integrity in my heart. If we're honest, this is a much needed and convicting word for us all. I want to be a real follower of Jesus. James' words shine a light on that pathway for us. God bless you.